Hello everybody, my name is Swoon. Welcome to Chasing Tales. This game might be a little spicy. So if you know me, you know that I like visual novels. My top 10 include a handful of visual novels that I absolutely love to pieces. There's Valhalla, of course, and then Highway Blossoms, and Find Love or Die Trying, Soccer for Love. My good visual novels are so good. I'm so excited for this one. So anyway, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're having a good one. Let's jump into this. Seizure warning. Enable timed choices. Sure. Creak, creak, creak. The old floorboards are creaking over my head. Someone's walking in the attic. The thing is, there's nobody in the house but me. Whoa! One week ago. ... Oh, is it packed with stones or something? They say the night is darkest just before the dawn, and the last box you carry when you move in is the heaviest one. Not sure about the night part, but dragging another box in the hallway, I try my best to remember if I packed a couple of concrete slabs in there. Ugh. My luggage arrived before I did. The movers didn't bother waiting for me and simply formed a small ziggurat with my belongings on the porch. Is this our protagonist? Is this me? This universe's Swoon? Oh well, at least nobody snatched them. Oh, her name is June. Okay, well, whatever. Her name will be Swoon. Swoon. I wonder if anyone lives around here at all. Oh, that's too much drama. Cheer up, June. It's not like we're in the middle of nowhere, lost and forgotten by the rest of the world. To keep my sudden whining seizure at bay, I drop the box on the floor and immediately start sneezing. Bad move. Oh, why is there so much dust in here? Actually, no, I don't want to know that. I mean, places are just dusty when they're not lived in, when the dust flutters in the air like plastic snow in a glass snow globe, forming small swirls in the corners, and it seems to be the only insulation material in this house. The dust is the insulation? Guess I'll be able to make a happy little dust snowman if I give it a try, or should I call it a dust man? Not that I was short in real snow around here. It's a blizzard outside. It's spring already, but the townscape is still covered with a thick blanket of snow, and it looks like it has no plans of melting anytime soon. Sure, my auntie had warned me it'll be fresh in these parts, but I had no idea it was fresh as in fresh frozen. On my way here, I got a distinct feeling I was stuck in a computer game with textures constantly failing to load. Well, not like I had any other options. Maybe it'll get better downtown. Not like I'm eager to find out in person. At least not today. The wait here got me worn out, and all these boxes won't unpack themselves. Would be great if they did, though. I look around the shabby hall crowded with the endless boxes. I get the feeling they've multiplied while I wasn't looking. Why are my boxes sentient? You see, the one with the sweat marks, that goes to the kitchen. The one with the cat face goes to the toilet. The happy face goes to my room. And then the regular, like, ugh, face that's not super sweaty, that goes to the living room. Oh wait, those ones have fragile marks. Those are whatever. I mean, it's not like I could move the whole damn pile with my own 2 hands, right? I really tried my best to focus on the positive lately, and I mostly did good until this very moment. It's just like a click in my head. I suddenly realize how tired I am. It's not the long way I've made, but rather everything that happened to me recently. My legs give out. I sit down on one of the boxes and stare at nothing with empty eyes. For a while, I sit without moving, but I don't feel any better. More like I'm drowning deeper and deeper in one of those burly snowdrifts I've seen along the road. Still, something changes. Not sure what it is, but through the sudden tide of fatigue, I find a hint of anxiety building up. It grows stronger with each passing moment and gradually clogs my mind entirely. This primitive feeling snaps me back to reality. I jump to my feet. What's the matter with me? I give myself a little slap on the cheeks, but the strange feeling doesn't go away. Where is it coming from? I try listening to my feelings and soon figure out it's the room that gives me those strange vibes. The very room I was looking at this whole time. Just as I think of it, a nasty, tight lump emerges in my throat. I try hard to swallow it somehow. Oh, am I getting sick? Oh, that's the worst. I just got here. No, I'm fine. I take a closer look around and suddenly shiver. Right in the middle of the room, on the floor, covered with a thick layer of dust, there's a lonely footprint. Oh my god. Quite a small one, but that doesn't make it any better. How did it get in here? Really, though, how? Take a closer look. I carefully get closer to look around. No more footprints, just a single print of a bare foot in the dust that was gathering here for years. Or should I say decades. My aunt mentioned she inherited this house from a distant uncle's grandfather or something. I probably leaned too low. My nose itches and then the whole house shakes with the loudest. The delusion falls apart. I even feel energetic enough to clean up a bit. Of course, I won't be able to fight all this mighty dirt in one go, but gotta start somewhere. While rubbing the floor, I naturally come up with a simple explanation. This house sits in the outskirts, of course, but it's not the only one here. I'm positive I saw a couple of houses nearby, so perhaps my neighbors have a very special sense of humor? Yeah, definitely. If it really is a prank, that'll leave a lot of questions. But anyway, I'd rather have this than a ghostly apparition of a one-legged midget prowling in the house. I mean, rumors go around quickly in small towns, so I freeze, stunned with a jarring thought, but immediately push it away. No one here knows anything about me. They can't know. My old life belongs to the past, to the city that I left behind. Here I'll start with a clean slate, and no one-legged midget ghosts will ever stop me. Layers of pristine dirt, both majestic and vast, finally give in under my attack. I barely keep standing on my feet, but the result is worth it. Naturally, there's nothing even vaguely edible in this house, but at least there's a heating system. I even managed to turn it on, so when I curl up on a couch with a manga book, it's almost cozy. Yes, a book of manga. My dank manga grimoire. I was dreaming of this moment all day long, but now I'm too tired to follow the story. images blur before my eyes. I've been there. Like, I've been so excited to read like the newest volume of something, and then just is when I get the chance, just like after like 2 pages. Oh, I'm falling asleep. At night, I wake up a couple of times feeling someone is watching me from the darkness. She slept on the couch. Morning greets me with bright white light shining in my face. I'd honestly prefer coffee in bed, but this works too, I guess. The same white light fills the entire room. Apparently, I forgot to draw the curtains in this evening. This fierce illumination makes the scene painfully real. My sleepy brain fails to track where I found myself, so I managed to freak out a tad bit before it dawns on me. I moved houses. I start recollecting the details. An army of boxes in the hallway, lines of hurtfully empty cupboards in the kitchen, and an odd footprint I found yesterday in this very room. And also that weird dream, I guess? Or was it more like an actual feeling? No idea what it actually was, but thinking of this, I suddenly get cold under 3 blankets. Wait a sec. 3 blankets? I stare at the blankets in question. Sewn from colorful scraps, each of them is vaguely reminiscent of Frankenstein's monster. Well, at least they're warm and don't seem to have too much dust on them. But when did I manage to get them? I'm sure I got truly exhausted after cleaning the house yesterday evening. I wasn't even planning to fall asleep here. I just laid down to relax for a moment. Still, my clothes are neatly folded and stacked flat, lying by the couch. She got a brownie? You know what brownies are? You know, they like live in houses and help clean if you leave food out for them. Now, does this mean I'm... Yep, right. Like, I'm not only talking to myself, but also sleepwalking and even sleep undressing. Now that's a combination. I mean, if I'm that active in my sleep, I could have at least drawn the curtains. What is all that even? What's that manga that she's got? What? A nice start in the new place, huh? I do hope my neighbors haven't seen anything they weren't supposed to see. At this very moment, I hear a muffled but distinct plop. I turn my head about, trying to locate the source of the noise, but only manage to catch a small glimpse of something outside the window. Hey! Hey, stop right there! Someone was peeking at me, staring right through the bare window glass. My righteous anger has no limits. I wrestle out of the blankets to rush after the culprit. But out in cold, my, let's say enthusiasm cools down real quick. Oh, it's freezing. Considering the temperature overboard, I'm no longer surprised with the miraculous manifestation of all those blankets. At this point, I probably could have dragged a bear out of the woods without regaining consciousness just to have something warm and fluffy around. Oh, come to think of it, bears are creepy. I just wonder if there are any around here. This house sits at the very edge of the forest, after all. And chances are, this could have been... No, that silhouette outside of the window was clearly human. I think I've seen a flash of a bright color. Red, I guess? My unwanted guest is probably wearing a striking look. Well, this means it should be easy to track them down. But first I should probably wear some pants. Our protagonist wakes up naked with extra blankets. I don't think a brownie's gonna do that. Parting with the warm couch is frustrating, but there's nothing edible in the kitchen, and I have to get outside either way. I could also use this chance to meet my neighbors while being dressed. I mean, maybe their children picked this house as a playground? They could have got here while the house... They could have used the house, come into the house, excuse me, while it was abandoned. But staring into my windows won't do it all. Oh boy, excuse me. If I was into unwanted attention from randos, I might as well have stayed back home. Oh, I'd rather not think of this. The heating system managed to shut down at night. No wonder I woke up in a freezing chamber. I fight the urge to start it again. It's probably safer to leave it be for now. What do you mean, be warm? It's fucking snow outside. Ugh. I don't like being cold more than anything else. I'd rather get back to a cold house than a hot pile of embers. I get ready and run out of the front door as fast as I can. Which is probably too fast. Oh. What is happening? The ground meets my butt with such a passion, as if they were meant to be together all along. I feel upset, cold, and progressively more wet with each passing moment. All those innocent-looking puddles I noticed on my way to the house yesterday turned into wicked ice traps overnight. Seems like I have a free pass to my personal ice rink now. How generous. Due to a happy coincidence and plenty of exceptional agility, I managed surviving my own backyard. The air is white with sleet falling from the cloudy sky, but among the snowdrifts there is a clearly visible furrow with a chain of holes in it. Those are definitely footprints. Aha! Got you, pervert. The pervert was probably running away, so the trail is fairly smudged. Nevertheless, I can tell they have small feet. Could this be a midget again? Well, at least this one has 2 legs. Whatever the details, I'm drenched and angry enough to deliver justice. Even to the midgets. I don't think that's the appropriate word to say. What's the currently PC word for little people? Is midget offensive? Yes, it is. Dwarf can also be considered offensive. Alright. I'll use little person. Easy peasy. To my surprise, the tracks don't lead to any of the small houses nearby, which apparently means someone took a long journey specifically to admire my undies without permission. How did they even know I'd be undressed? My head immediately gets crowded with crazy theories, but I gather my mental strength to kick them out. I have too many worries already. Those tracks clearly lead to the more civilized part of town, I guess. To the part where you're more likely to find a shop than a bear, anyways. However, I decided to stray a bit to pay a visit to my neighbors, if there are perverts prowling around, or bears? Or bearverts? Now, where that even came from... It came from my brain! Well, if there's anything weird out and about, I guess the neighbors should know something. Hopefully. Although I really don't want to admit it, the house nearby looks quite bleak. Oh, and I thought my house was a wreck. Blackened wood, staggering window frames with frosted, cloudy, dark glass. I get a sudden urge to look inside, but my good manners strongly advise not to. Yep. The manners. Definitely. I wander between the buildings for a while. Nothing happens, and I only learn there's seemingly no other tracks here save for my own. I knock on every door, but the only response I get is some snow falling off the roofs. Either no one's home, or I seem to be living here all by myself. Alone. Honestly, I have no idea how I should feel about this. Seems like I won't have to chase any brash kiddos out of my kitchen, but that leaves large room for other questions. I take a couple of deep breaths. Nipping cold air quickly brings me back to reality and more pressing issues. I can jump to all the terrible conclusions later, but freezing to death before lunch? No, that would be way too upsetting. To the convenience store I go, and not a moment later. Snowfall gradually covers the evidence, but I manage to follow the footprint trail for some time. Just as I thought, the footprints become too subtle to notice on the trampled snow. As the layer of snow on the road thins out, I completely lose track of them. Oh yeah? Think you've managed to get away, you filthy little person pervert? I will make you understand the value of privacy. Well, at least the store is just up ahead. To my relief, it looks very ordinary. I'd say I've seen its twin right across the road from the apartment I used to rent back in the city. All these spy games left me little time to actually get ready for going anywhere public. I rummaged through my purse to check on my current financial situation to figure out what lifestyle I can currently afford. Of course, I'm pretty clueless about local prices. I do have some savings, but how far will that take me? And where could I possibly earn more in this backwoods town? I guess I'll think about that tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow. Or even better, next week. Yeah. I should probably have enough money for a week, right? If your savings can't cover you for a week? What are you talking about, woman? I pushed the convenience store so enthusiastically, as if it was directly responsible for my personal economic crisis. The sound of the doorbell is so desperate I can't help but imagine it falling off and hitting me right in the head. Probably just to hammer some common sense into it. Sorry. The lady at the cash desk looks a bit surprised by my dramatic entry. Still, she gives me a friendly nod and gets back to her business. Well, not the business. I'd say she's more invested in her small tablet, producing faintly yet recognizable mumbling. Some kind of drama? Some kind of dorama, I guess? Wait, that means the internet. I still vegetate in a frozen wasteland, but at least it's blessed with the internet. I wipe the snow off my feet on a mat at the entrance, get myself a shopping basket, and hurry onwards. Oh, come on, June, pull yourself together. Just act natural. Don't draw attention. And stop talking to yourself in public. At the entrance behind me, the bell rings. Another customer. Seems to be pretty lively here. That's great and all, but I don't feel ready to make a new acquaintance just yet. Instead, I try to focus on the mission at hand and proceed further into the store, trying not to draw anyone's attention. The shop hall is just as soothingly ordinary as the exterior suggested. I finally calm down enough to start scanning the shelves for munchies. Well, it's not half as bad as I thought. The variety of goods here is nothing to write home about, but those prices definitely know the right way to rub me. If I won't start... Focus, Swoon! If I won't start binge buying everything thoughtlessly, I think I might be able to keep myself going for a month or so. And later on, a month's a month, something should turn up. That's just how it goes, right? Anyway. What was I? Oh, noodles, right. Now that's a staple food if I ever saw one. Cup noodle, $5 for 12. Delicious. Well, maybe not delicious, but at least it substantiates you. I'd say I could use a staple or two in my life right now. Think of the noodles. Don't think of money, eerie houses, hideous little people. That girl across the room who's staring at you right now. What? What? That girl is standing a few shelves away from me. How did she manage to get this close without me noticing? Or maybe she's just going about her business and I'm imagining things. I decide to keep an eye on her for a while, doing my best to stay chill. I try casually moving around the store, not looking at her cleavage. It's just right there, out in the open. Isn't she cold? The girl seems to stay away, to stay all chill and casual too. But the routes she picks makes me think she's chilling around me. Now I'm pretty sure she is, in fact, watching me. She's glaring at me with those huge eyes of hers that I can't see. I just see huge... probably thinking that I can't see her. What's happening? I lean lower, trying to become one with the shelves of cereals. The girl does exactly the same thing, meditating over a pile of boxed napkins. I make a tactical move and blitzkrieg myself over to the dairy fridges. Now I can perfectly see her reflection in the glass door. A petite girl with long dark hair, well dressed, and that red coat! I can't help but look straight at the girl. She quickly turns away. I notice a snow blob sitting on the back of her coat. Now that I think of it, there was a small weird snowbank under my window. I'm not the only one here who ended up with the snow behind their collars this morning. Wait, does that mean... Is she the little person I was freaking out about? I didn't even think that it might be a girl. A girl? Does she know that I'm a lesbian? Oh god, does she know that I've been looking at her... that's why the footprints were that small. But why? But how? For what purpose? I mean, it's not like she... The thought takes my breath away. She couldn't possibly know about me and my deep, dark secret, my giant Yuri collection. Or could she? The place has internet, after all. Could she be one of the people willing to grind me to dust? Or a crazy fan? I can't even decide what's the worst option. Invading my personal space is something people like that would do. Maybe she already helped herself into the house to rummage through my stuff while I was on a neighborhood tour. That's a code red situation here. A code red situation? I need a plan right now. Go up and talk to her. Okay, so I know where this is going. I even say I know it too well. Just let them feel your fear for a moment, and the next moment, you're done for. And as far as I know, I've run out of kind aunts with vacant houses. I must take this bull by the horns before they end up in my... I go straight up to the girl. She gets what's surprisingly quick and tries to flee, but I act fast. The spy games are over. Hey, Redcoat, stop right there. Are you talking to me? Yep, you got it. I won't beat around the bush. You were staring at me, and I want to know why. Staring? Me? Oh, what nonsense. I was examining the list of ingredients here. That's it. Oh, the list of ingredients, you say, on toilet paper. Any interesting finds so far? That's... well, yes. What about it? It's none of your business, actually. That's just what I thought when I saw you right at my window this morning. Oh, what? Stop playing an innocent lamb. I know exactly. You know exactly what I mean. You pervert. Excuse me. Do you even know who you're talking to? Let's see. Am I talking to someone who has a license for voyeurism? No. Or is it someone who picked my backyard as a natural habitat? Maybe your garden gnome. Still no? Now that's a pity. I am You know, I was going to say earlier on that the way she was dressed with a red coat and the long, like, purplish dark hair reminded me of Rin from Fate. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna mention that. Her name is Rin? Alright. I am Fukuyama Rin, the eldest daughter of the old and venerable Fukuyama clan. I'll just keep... My family has been taking care for the well-being of this town for centuries, and now you're staring at the windows of innocent girls, taking all the advantage you can get from your position. You don't think that you can just get away with it now, do you? I told you I wasn't staring anywhere. Leave me alone. Pervert! As told by a tyke. What? Huh. We exchange annihilating glances. Fukuyama Rin, the eldest daughter of the old and venerable clan, hurls a bundle of toilet paper into her basket. Then, with a graceful flourish of her long, glossy hair, she departs in angry silence. I'm trying to come up with a suitable insult for the final chord, but nothing good comes to mind. Frankly, I'm getting a bit scared. The daughter of the respected clan blah blah. In short, the local queen bee. And I got in a quarrel with her, literally on the second day of living here. Is there a chance she actually wasn't staring anywhere? I mean, you never know how many people stroll around the city dressed in red. Am I even sure what I've seen? Well, the answer is yes. Even if it had just been my imagination back then, I'm pretty confident about what had happened now. The girl was definitely watching me, but she never said why. Oh, maybe I should have saved the insults for later. Oh, well, I've lost the chance to get the answers either way. I spend an indecent amount of time by the toilet paper shelf just so I don't run into Fukuyama again. Then I move to the checkout, producing monthly amount of doom and gloom? What is this sentence trying to say? Monthly amount. Is that how much food she bought? Is a month's amount, I guess? Then I move to the checkout, producing monthly amounts of doom and gloom. The saleswoman is polite and all, but I still get the feeling she's denouncing me. Well, it figures. I made a scene in front of her, and I was very picky about the participants. The bell rings me farewell, and the shop door closes behind me. No way, I will not feel guilty. It's all her fault. It wasn't me who was staring at other people's windows. At least now I know the name of my personal pervert stalker, and maybe I managed to scare her enough to get her off my back. I try to forget this stupid situation and head home. White fog. Nothing but white fog and a voice. I have found you. I finally found you. I had to keep searching for so long. But it's all right. Everything is going to be fine now. We will make everything right. And then we will be always together, right? What? Yes. I am so glad. What? What a weird dream. I rub my eyes and stretch. The room is filled with the grayish-white light I'm already used to. This means nothing has really changed outside. I mean, just how long till the snow melts anyways? It's almost the middle of spring already. Never thought it would be this cold around here. Getting out of the warm bed feels like a chore, but I can't force myself to sleep again either. Whenever I close my eyes, that weird dream comes back to my mind. I don't think this kind of stuff happens to me often. The memory of the dream seems very clear and detailed. just as if it was more of a memory than an actual dream. I pat my cheeks. Ugh. Yeah, June, that's right. And there's also a one-legged ghostly little person chilling in your living room. Maybe I just got bored. This dream is the strangest thing that happened to me after that memorable encounter at the store. Seems like both the local ghosts and the local perverts got tired of me real soon. That is, if they even existed in the first place. It hasn't even been a week since I moved in, but I'm not quite sure if everything happened just as I remember it. I'm not complaining or anything, not at all. A quiet life is just what I wanted. I just have to admit that most of the highlights of my life here happened in my imagination. Should I try drawing manga horror stories? Well, I'll have to make a living one way or another. I mean, why not? Because something like a lonely yet beautiful mangaka living in the savage wilderness. Bone-chilling, spine-tingling stories from a mysterious girl who... Loud noises from outside interrupt my musings of a new and dizzying career. Oh, now that's really strange. During my time here, I got used to a special kind of silence. In this silence, a sound of a page being turned is a deafening crash, literally. And those new sounds give me a feeling of I'm missing a giant killer alien worms invasion happening at this very moment. I hurry to the window. A truck? Figures, and I was thinking, why does the house feel like it's about to go down? A huge truck is parked at the house next to mine. Although next is a figure of speech, as the gaps between the houses are very generous. My heart suddenly starts pounding. Workers gallop back and forth around the house, switching old rubbish for new furniture. Looks like I'm about to have neighbors. Not that I had tons of friends back in the city, but, well, I'd love to see a friendly face once in a while. That would be a great change in my snowdrifts and meter-long icicles routine. Small joys of social life are what keeps us humans in this snowy middle of nowhere, after all. Wait a sec, June. You're getting ahead of yourself. You don't even know who those people are. What if they're... When it all happened, I used to shudder whenever my phone showed any signs of life. I did change my number, of course, and only the closest relatives got the new one. And yet, I was afraid to pick up the phone every time. I was afraid that instead of my aunt's voice, I might hear someone else. Someone who would threaten me. Someone who might know where to find me. The whole idea was pretty vague, but it got me nervous anyway. What if someone found out where I live now? What if they're going to ruin my new life, too? What should I do? I try starting my day as usual, but as I do the chores, that nasty thought keeps nibbling on me. My progress with tidying up the house is far from impressive. All I managed to do is sort out a couple boxes and clean up a couple of rooms. And then digging through the old stuff in one of the rooms, I find a pair of binoculars. Should I? You shouldn't, just don't. Are you okay though? Seriously, it's stupid. Just don't. No, I shouldn't. Most definitely. Will I do it anyways? Absolutely. Oh, what a disgrace. I'm standing at the window on the second floor. My fingers are suddenly cold, gripping the binoculars real tight. I can't convince myself to look into it, but I can't put it aside either. So I'm going to spy on the neighbors. Yikes. How am I any better than that girl from the store? They haven't really moved in yet, and I'm already acting loony. What if someone notices? What if I'm discovered? And anyway, this is just so very wrong. But what if these people are up to something sketchy? Those houses look completely abandoned and must have been empty for a very long time. Why would someone move in right now? Are they trying to get close to me? Maybe this is a paparazzi or blackmailers. They'll be lurking at the window with a camera. They'll be waiting until I lose my grip. And probably some strategically important piece of clothing. And then, oh, there's no other way. I have to find out what they're up to. Surely, I could wait until they move in and go meet them in person, but who knows what lies behind the facade? Professional blackmailers probably know how to act nice and get close to the victim. And then your lewds suddenly turn into collectibles. You can't fool me! You got it? People only show their true selves when they think no one else is watching them. Does that mean my real self is a paranoid stalker with issues of every sort? No! I should probably yell in a lower voice, else they'll surely notice me. Okay, never mind. Come on, June, focus. In for an inch, in for a mile, right? I'm not doing this on a hedonistic whim. I'm doing this because my safety is in question. Period. I hold the binoculars even tighter and lean against the window. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. While I was questioning my morals and making life choices, the truck managed to leave. The night is definitely still young, but I'm pretty surprised it's already here. Gee, time sure flies when you're having a mental breakdown. The light is on in the house next door, and that works out to my advantage. Even better, my new neighbors are in no hurry to draw the curtains. At this point, I almost appreciate the cooperation. Everything's going great, except the neighbors themselves are nowhere to be found. Damn it! I just want to get this over with. I need to make sure my new neighbors are ordinary people with no malicious intentions in mind. They're probably like walking over to like knock on her door and be like, "Hi, we just moved in." There's nothing wrong with that, is there? I gaze at the glowing rectangles of the windows until I finally see a figure in one of them. It's you! It's her! Yes, that's her. I'd never forget those, her eyes. Her very large eyes. There can be no doubt about it. That is Fukuyama Rin in the flesh. The heiress of an old clan who's really fond of looking into other people's windows. And the first confirmed pervert next door in my life. I clenched the binoculars as if glued. How did she manage to do this? Alright. Her family must be filthy rich by local standards. Of course she has no trouble renting or even buying a punny old wreck like that. She's definitely plotting something against me. In the meantime, Fukuyama is busily rummaging through her closet. Her damn closet! I can't believe her stuff. And she herself has every legal right to be located in this close to me from now on. Bah. Oh, I can't get rid of her now, can I? She'll still be able to stare at me out of her windows all day long. Does she think I'm her personal reality show or something? What do I even do with this? I know. I'll keep the curtains shut all the time. But in this case, the house will get really creepy. I'll probably just wither here without the sunshine. Damn stalkers. What should I do? You get those really thin curtains. That way light still comes through, but you can only make out like shapes. You know? That's the answer. Duh. Fukuyama disappears from sight. No matter how hard I try finding the right angle, I fail to spot her. Lurking, are we? She's definitely gone doing some creepy pervy stuff. I mean, she's probably busy decorating a stalker room with my pictures everywhere, or setting up cameras to spy on me day and night. What did she do before she moved here? What the hell happened? Why is she so paranoid? To be fair, I was pretty paranoid when I had an online stalker like a decade ago. But fuck. Never mind. I'll figure out her cunning plan. You want war, Fukuyama? You'll get it. What was with that squeaking toy noise? Is that like the amount of her threat is equivalent to a squeaky toy? She might think she's got the upper hand, but she has no idea I have an ace up my sleeve. I know her weak spot. Fame is a medal with two sides. I'll keep an eye out for as long as it takes. I know for a fact she'll make a mistake at some point, and when she does, I'll take pictures. And make videos too. Yeah, you want me? Come and get me. And I will get the dirt. Oh. I get my phone camera ready and wait. Oh my god. Time goes by, but Fukuyama still doesn't show up. My back and everything below is stiff and sore, but I'm still sitting in ambush like a real hunter. Just when I start pondering if she's gone digging an underground passage or something, Fukuyama finally reappears. And she's naked! Okay, there's a towel, but still I see a lot more than I intended. What? What is happening? Great, I don't... Thank you, video game. Oh! Could she be aware I'm watching? Maybe she's embarrassing me to undermine my morale. If so, I must admit that she succeeded. Or maybe she's one of my fans after all, and she's trying to win my heart this way? No. Waving your curvy parts my way wins you nothing. I'm not buying it. Don't even expect me to come running to your house and pounce on you in a fit of wild, mind-breaking passion or something. If you seriously came up with such a thought, you've read too much manga, and not the decent type, I must say. Is Fukuyama an otaku pervert? Like capital H hentai and all? Well, no. That's very likely, But maybe she wasn't aiming to undermine anyone's morale or win any hearts. I mean, there's a chance she just took a shower and completely forgot about the curtains. Just like I did on my first night in the house. I'm sitting on the floor, my face burning, and I fail to figure out what I've gotten myself into. Before I can convince myself to pick up the binoculars again, it gets pitch dark outside. I feel terrible, but I have too many versions, and I can't unsee what I've seen anyway. I need to find out what's going on. If I realize that Fukuyama is really an innocent lamb, which I strongly doubt, that's when I'll feel guilty. Maybe I'll even admit what happened and apologize, but for now, this is pure self-defense. I bring the binoculars close to my eyes. A pair of lenses are looking at me from the neighbor's window. Of course, they don't float in the air freely, but are instead inserted into a pair of binoculars. And the one who's holding them is Fukuyama! It's getting hard for me to breathe. Is it out of shame or out of anger? This I don't know, as I'm about to explode with both. I slide to the floor under the window like a melted ice cream on a hot summer day. Just how could she do that? How could I do that? How am I going to look people in the eye now? She'll probably tell everyone about what happened. Tomorrow morning, they'll be writing about it. It'll be in the papers. It'll get thrown out on my doorstep. I'll go outside naked for some reason because somebody took my clothes off and I wasn't paying attention in the middle of the night. And then I woke up and just wandered and grabbed the newspaper and then I read it. And then she takes a picture of me reading the paper about me while I'm naked. And that ends up in the newspaper tomorrow. And I get lost in thought for a moment. Can a small town like this have its own online media? Or forums, maybe? Or maybe people here are more into traditional newspapers, like the ones actually made of paper. I grab my head. What am I thinking? Okay. Never mind. This cheeky girl won't get me confused. She was going to spy on me after all. From the very beginning. I have nothing to be ashamed of, but that's still very embarrassing. Okay, fine. Enough of this. I must go talk to her face to face. I need to finally know what her business is with me. And I also need her to start pulling the curtains before she gets naked. Yeah, right now I'm going to... Someone's ringing my doorbell. I mean, pretending to be dead is always an option. We live in a society. Pull yourself together, June. I get up and waddle on my wobbly legs to open the door. On my doorstep, I find none other than Fukuyama herself. Standing in silence. Just a couple moments of this silent torture is enough to make me yield. I can explain. You should leave immediately. Now that's a twist. I was expecting all sorts of things, but that's just insolent. Who does she think she is? What? No, I don't think so. No way. I had enough time to learn thinking is not your forte. Starting with trite insults, are we, Fukuyama? Sheesh, just have enough self-respect to come up with something fresh. I mean, I get it. Living with a big sweaty wad of money for brains must be real hard. But tell you what, if you think you can kick me out of my own house, you're dead wrong. So, you're the heiress? Of course, I should have guessed. Is this some sort of veiled insult? Insult? No, not at all. I'm simply stating a fact. You're as hard-headed as the rest of your family. Was that her or me? Is there a... I should save. History. That's what I wanted. Oh, that was Rin. Okay. As hard-headed as the rest of your family. Sure. Maybe you're into dark rituals too. Dark? What? What are you talking about? Should I call the police or you'd settle for a mental ward? Really though, is this some cultist village after all? No, that doesn't seem right. A dark mage, miserable as she is, still needs resources. And this one has neither intelligence nor spiritual power, so could it be she's here by accident after all? Are you even listening to me? Could this clan have disintegrated so quickly? Amazing. Listen. I'm sorry I saw you naked. Listen, Listen, I'm sorry I saw you naked. What? No. That's a bad way to put it. Not actually naked, but half naked. There was a towel. I really didn't mean to. I'm sorry. But you're really taking this too personally. You can't exile everyone who's seen yours. And anyway, it was purely coincidental. You started this, okay? Enough. For your own sake, pack up and leave, now. Is that a threat? What if I say no, Fukuyama? What will you do then? You may have the whole town in your pocket, but this house is private property. I'm well aware of that. When my family was buying these damned houses, there was only one family refusing to sell. Yours. Right. Then what's your problem? I don't know what you're trying to do, but I suggest you get out of here for your own sake, and so on. What I am trying to do? Don't you get it yet? I'm trying to protect you, idiot. Protect me? Protect me from what? Did you catch a single word of what I said? This house is cursed. What? Your house is cursed. Clear enough? Am I speaking slowly enough? That's just stupid. Stupid, huh? Is that so? You've been living here for a week now. Tell me, have you seen anything strange in this house? Well, you have. That's what I was talking about. I don't know what I have seen, okay? It could have been the lighting or just the fruit of the curse which your merry little family planted here in our town. Stop insulting my family. Your family has long insulted this town with their presence. I'm only telling the truth about what they were and what they did. You'll have to accept it since you insist on staying here. You cannot rewrite history, Yasunori. I'm not Yasunori. That may be so on paper, but to me, you'll be just another troublesome Yasunori. At least until you come to your senses and move out, assuming you're capable of doing anything reasonable at all. I'm not going anywhere, period. Just why am I not surprised? Is that all you had to say? I have other things to take care of. Oh, I'm sure you do. Just keep in mind, I'll be covering my windows from now on. I sure hope you will. I'm about to slam the door shut, but Fukuyama manages to grab on it at the very last second. Wait. Oh. Are you tired of having a full set of fingers or something? What I'm tired of is you being deaf in both ears. What do you want from me? You don't like me, and it's mutual. Why don't we just go to our corners and each pretend the other doesn't exist? For generations, my family has taken care of this land and all its inhabitants, no matter who they were. You wouldn't understand, Yasunori. Yeah, I do have a hard time understanding why you have to pick on people you don't even know. Now, are you done with edgy monologues? Anything else to add? For real, though, I have to go. I see a dark entity in this house. It's asleep now, but that won't last. Ever since you moved in, it's getting bigger. It's gaining strength. I cannot name the exact day, but soon it will wake up. Very soon, Yasunori. My ancestors sealed it inside the house, so it won't be threatening the town. Those inside the house, however... I feel my heart freezing for a second. You're not telling me. You're in danger. Should you be inside the house when it wakes up, the curse will haunt you. And wherever you go, wherever you try to hide, there will be no safe havens for you anymore. Spirits? Curses? What is she even talking about? But if she's right, I have to admit that could have explained a lot. Heck no. For some reason, this girl needs me to move out, so she's doing her dirty tricks. I don't know what she's up to exactly, but I'm not falling for it. And besides... I can't. I'm not leaving. I have nowhere to go, okay? Oh, so that's how it is. I think my family could provide you with some housing for the time being. I won't take handouts, especially not from someone like you. Yasunori, this is serious. Aren't you going to do anything at all? It's just nonsense. And anyway, what can I do? Well, considering you don't feel like doing what's right, that's a complicated question. I would like to see the house for a start, And I'd like to keep my house free of shady characters. Shady? Who do you call... Fine, whatever. Say what you want, idiot. Well then, all I can suggest is that you keep an eye on your electronic devices and keep a light source handy. Oh, and the windows? Keep them shut at night. Yeah, right. You forgot to mention, don't let the maniacs in and don't carry your phone in your back pocket. Got it. Have a good night. I finally shut the door. Fukuyama's fingers are no longer on it, which is a shame. That was hard. I propped the door with my back and sink to the floor. I'd rather deal with 500 boxes than 5 minutes of Fukuyama. Curses this, dark entities that. She's definitely a mess in the head. I mean, weird things do happen in this house from time to time, but I wonder if Fukuyama herself has any faith in what she's saying. Or is it a part of some crazy plan? Could she be the one behind all the weirdness? Maybe she set it up somehow. Could this be some sort of prank? She might have been making a video this whole time to cyberbully me all over the internet. What type of game are you playing, Fukuyama? I have to admit, that girl managed to scare me a little. If not for the stupid recommendations at the end of her little show, I might have been impressed. Keep the windows shut at night. I mean, really? What kind of fool would leave them open in this weather anyway? And what fervent rant on family honor and all. Family honor my eye. She's a total otaku and should cut reading cringy shit. What? There's a piece of folded paper lying on the floor beside me. I'm pretty sure it wasn't here before. Someone must have slipped the note under the door. Someone. Yeah. Is she eavesdropping again? I'm talking to myself, not you. I swing the door open, but there's no one behind it. I must have discovered the paper too late. Don't tell me it's... The note is, in fact, from Fukuyama. It has her digits and a few words written by hand. Call me if anything strange happens. Was all this just an excuse to hand me her phone number? I'd say this move is far from smooth. What am I supposed to do with a MacGuffin like that? Well, leaving the trash in the hallway won't do it. I shove a note in my pocket. Of course, just throw it away sometime later. The shreds of white fog lie on the ground. Here and there, stones loom out of it. Or are those stone figures? All of them are shattered. What was that? It's hard to make out. Deep in the fog, there drifts a short, abrupt sound, like dogs barking. There's a table set right in the middle of a foggy field. You've come just in time. I got everything ready. Here, have some of these. Yeah, taste it. It leaves a sour copper aftertaste. What is this? Don't you remember? Your favorite dish. She liked it too. They all did. Good morning to me. Thank you everybody so much for watching. This is getting really good. Stay safe, wash your hands, and sweet dreams. We'll see you next time.